Fragile. Must be Italian. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Disgusting Workbench. You are joining us on another Will It Run video, kind of, on Trains with Shane. So, what have we got this week? Well, what we have is a problem. I can't stop buying crap on eBay. Nothing new there. You guys have seen it before. But we're at it again, so it makes for interesting content, so here we are. Yeah, it's a Bachmann, and I know that they're not the everybody's favorite cup of tea. I found the modern mechanisms to be pretty good. I've got a few. It's no secret that I usually buy Kato or Atlas or something, but I don't discriminate. I'll even buy Broadway Limited, as you guys have seen, despite all the controversy. Words are hard today, guys. I didn't sleep well last night. Anyway, so what we have that's not right. Okay, I'll come clean with you guys. This one is kind of a custom. The eBay listing said it was an N-scale Western Maryland Baldwin S12 on a Bachmann chassis with Loksound installed. And this is a 3D printed shell on an S4 chassis. So I thought, cool, right? I mean, it's Bachmann, but I'm not going to hold that against it. It's got a Loksound, so you add Loksound to a decent enough little reliable mechanism, and it should make for something pretty cool. It looked pretty good in the pictures. Has knuckle couplers on it, so you know it'll couple up right, and some additional previous owner installed details. So let's break this thing open and see what we've got here. One thing that Bachmann is kind of fussy with is their little clamshell here that goes inside the hard plastic container. Sometimes this can be a little hard to get out. Alright, let's zoom you guys in. Western Maryland, cab number 103. Looks like radio equipped. It looks like we've got a little boo-boo here. A little scrape or something. I didn't do that. Got separately applied wire handrails here with standoffs. A little dusty, but it doesn't appear to be much worse for wear. Let's get it out of here. If I can do this in such a way to where I don't murder those wire handrails. Gently. Oof, it's tough. Moving around to the front, Western Maryland 103. Again, pretty dusty. That's okay. I am not sure if these are reused from the S4 switcher, but I think S4, isn't that an Alco? Does it say? S4 diesel loco. Yeah, well, I think it's an Alco S4, which would have different handrails. Guys, let me know in the comments. I do like the separately applied grabs on the back of the cab here. Not much detail on the inside. That may be it's hard to say. This side looks better. We don't have any boo-boos up here like we do on the other side. Our grab iron here is a little wonky. It's a technical term. I might be able to pull slightly on this end and see if I can stretch it a little bit, but I don't want to dislodge it. I mean, and oftentimes you see locomotives will have twisted up handrails and stuff anyway, just because. Pretty cool grill detail. Exhaust stack, tugboat horn. Not sure if these are micro trains or the factory Bachmann Easy Mate couplers. There's our Bachmann logo. Interesting little usage of discs here. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I imagine these are not batteries that I can tell, are they? They look like they might be in here either to add weight or to bulk out the pilots a little bit. They don't seem to interfere with our truck motion. See if I can get a light in here. I'm trying to see if they wired the trucks or if they are using the normal contact strips. It's hard to tell. That might be what these things are about up here. Anyway, for what I paid for this thing, I couldn't have built it myself for sure. Even if I bought a Loksound Select, that would have given me about $25 to buy a locomotive chassis that's DCC ready, plus a 3D printed shell and detail parts. So I'm in it for pretty good is what I'm saying. So let's get this onto the test track, find out what it does and what it doesn't do. Hopefully it just does. I will bring you guys right back. Alright guys, we are back on the tiny test track on the disgusting workbench. We are running our DCC++ EX system with our proto throttle, which I hope you guys saw in a recent video. I showed how to set that up with DCC++ EX. It's technically complex, but the setup steps themselves are very easy. So if you're interested in putting together a cheap DCC system and operating it with an expensive throttle, go over there and check that out. So we've got our locomotive here. We're set to short address number 3, because that's what they said it would be sent to. Our track power is on. Let's give her a little horn toot and see if we've got that tugboat horn, man. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else we've got here. I'm just going to move the throttle out of the way. That sounds good. Do we have lights? We do have lights. Directional lights. We have one on the back of the cab there. Let's see if we have a startup sequence here. Pretty neat. Looks like the sound works. Well, we knew the sound worked when the horn tooted. Alright, let's pick a direction, forward in this case. Give her notch 1. Uh-oh. Little stutter there. Do I have a dirty spot in my track? Because that's never happened before. Oh, we're off the end here. Okay, well, I say we've got a pretty successful test there. As I take a look at my track, I do see that it is fairly, not dirty, but there's some buildup on it, like some oxide. I know that a lot of people use no ox ID as a track treatment. I haven't gotten, I don't think that's proper English. I haven't got a, gotten, I don't have an application procedure or treatment procedure that works well for me. I know that others do online. I've seen them. I've watched all the tutorials. Trust me, guys, I've seen them all. So this track is kind of old, so, and also I'm running it on a single pair of rail jointer feeders. It's not even a feeder track. It's a set of Kato powered jointers that are over here under the end before the bumper. I have found that those aren't incredibly reliable, and that I should probably have a set on each end. Let's take a look at our wheels here a little more closely. The wheels are certainly clean, so I don't think we're dealing with an electrical pickup issue as far as that goes. Could be something else. Unfortunately, in N scale, we don't have a lot of options as far as a DCC keep alive goes. So, especially in very small units like this switcher and stuff like that, they make stuff that is available. Loksound makes a little keep alive pack. I think TCS does. Iowa Scaled Engineering, who makes the incredible proto throttle, makes a little keep alive, like call it smooth run in, run smooth in, something like that. And it's basically a small capacitor bank, but they install that as a demo in an ES44 AC, which is quite a bit bigger than an S12 switcher and quite a bit bigger than even an SD40-2 as far as interior room and stuff goes. So I wish that there were more options out there as far as decoders that had built-in capacitor banks and stuff like that for N scale, but there's just not yet. I've got one of those Iowa Scaled Engineering dealios on order, and I'm going to have my friend who does my custom painting install one of these in one of my units that has Loksound in it already. I'm probably going to send him the Intermountain SD40-2 in MKT paint that you guys hopefully saw I did a review on, and it ran like garbage. So hopefully this Keep Alive will fix that. If it does, I'm going to order a box of those things and see what we can install them in. But In the meantime, will this run? Yes, it does. I was kind of sure that it would. It runs okay. I'll bet it just needs to be ran in and used a little bit if the contacts are dull and need a little bit of brightening. Like I said, my track here, if you guys can tell, right where she stalled. You guys see that right there? That top rail, it's kind of funky looking. So that was probably on me. So I'm not going to blame it on this thing. Nice looking little unit, honestly. This is the first Baldwin that I owned. Honestly, guys, when I picked this up, I was thinking about sending it off to my friend and having him repaint it in MKT colors, because MKT did have an S12 switcher or 3. And you guys know I'm an MKT fanatic. But honestly, the Western Maryland paint and the job that someone did looks so good that I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to disrespect their work because it's such a good job. Usually, you guys know if it's a factory Kato shell or something like that, I don't care what road it was. If I want it to be MKT, it's going to be MKT. But for something that someone put some work into, both with the install, 3D printing the shell, painting it all up and everything, I'm going to honor it and keep it as it is. So, with that, I want to thank you guys for joining me on another Trains with Shane episode. This one is kind of rushed. I'm recording it late on a Sunday to go live on a Monday. I was just too excited about the Proto Throttle video. I didn't want to wait till Monday to drop that one, so I dropped it a couple days ago, like midweek on a Thursday or something like that. And I need to record another video to get one out for you guys on Monday. So here it is. In the meantime, I'd like you guys to tell your friends about the channel. Viewership has gone down for some reason. The YouTube analytics were showing that I was getting more views on whatever video I would look at, or just overall on the channel, before I came back and started posting videos again, which I think is strange. The numbers have actually declined a little bit since then, and I don't know why. If you guys think I'm doing something wrong, or I need to do something different, or you want to see some other stuff, let me know in the comments. I like model railroading. I'm going to do that anyway, but you know, there's no use in me filming it for anybody if you guys aren't going to watch them and enjoy them. So let me know, give me feedback, or if there's process improvements and stuff that we can improve on, we'll do it. Also, I've got another project in the works. I'm ordering bits and pieces right now, and that's all I'm gonna say. So be on the lookout for that, because you will see it on Trains with Shane. Until then, take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.